You know this feeling, an empty hotel corridor, carpet stretching too far in both directions, identical doors, no sound except ventilation, and something about it feels wrong, like you've stepped somewhere you weren't meant to notice. You've been in places like this before, hospitals after hours, office buildings on weekends, parking garages at night. But hotels are different. Hotels feel lived in, even when nobody is there. And that's the first strange thing. Hotels are everywhere, and yet nobody belongs to them. You don't live in a hotel. You just pass through it and then forget it existed. But sometimes you don't forget. Sometimes it sticks. A hallway you can't quite place. A room that felt too quiet. A lift that opened onto nothing. And you don't know why. There's a reason for that. These spaces have a name. Liminal spaces. Thresholds. Not here. Not there. Something in between. The anthropologist Marc Augé called places like this non-places, airports, motorways, hotels, spaces designed for movement, not memory, not identity, just passing through. Think about a hotel room. Nothing in it is yours. Nothing knows you. The furniture is copied. The art is neutral. Even the smell feels manufactured, like it was never meant to remember anything. And your brain notices, even if you don't, because humans are built to read space. We look for meaning in objects. We attach ourselves to environments. But here, there is nothing to attach to. That's where the unease starts, not from fear, from absence. Now walk the corridor, same pattern, same doors, same light, every few meters. No variation, no landmarks, just repetition. And repetition does something strange. It breaks orientation. You stop tracking distance. You stop trusting direction. Left starts to feel identical to right. You're not sure where you are anymore. Even though you just left your room, this is where it shifts, the uncanny. A place that looks correct, but feels incorrect, like a memory reconstructed slightly wrong. Almost familiar, but not quite. And then there's time, because hotels do something subtle to it. They erase it. No morning feels distinct. No night feels anchored. Every hour looks the same under artificial light. You wake up disoriented. For a second, you don't know the city. Sometimes not even the country. Just a room, floating, untethered. And the longer you stay, the more everything blends. Days stop separating. Hours lose edges. Time becomes a loop you can't quite step out of. This is why hotel memories feel strange. Not linear, fragmented. A corridor, a bed, a window at night, a flickering hallway light. Not a story, just pieces, and that's the point. Hotels don't preserve narrative, they interrupt it. Look at what a hotel really is, a structure built entirely around temporary existence. People arrive, disappear, replace each other instantly. Nothing accumulates, nothing stays. And yet, the building remembers nothing, but you do. This is where it gets unsettling, because when the space erases identity, your mind fills the gap. It starts projecting, meaning where there is none, presence where there is absence. That's why empty hotel imagery hits so hard online. Not because it's beautiful, because it feels like something was removed. Too clean, too still, too late. And then there are the corridors, the repeating geometry, door after door, room after room. as if the building could continue forever, as if it never ends, just repeats. And your brain doesn't like that. It expects exits, it expects change. But here, there is only continuation, no resolution, just pattern. This is where the feeling deepens, not fear, something quieter, displacement, like the building is slightly ahead of reality, or slightly behind it, never aligned. Philosopher Michel Foucault had a word for spaces like this: heterotopias, real places, but operating outside normal life. Separate rules, separate logic. Hotels fit too well. Inside, strangers become temporary equals. Identities flatten. Names become irrelevant. You are just a guest, a passing function, and everyone is doing the same thing, arriving, unpacking, leaving, resetting the space for the next person, like nothing ever happened. But sometimes, late at night, the system becomes visible. Empty corridors, no footsteps, no voices behind doors, just low mechanical hums, lights that never fully turn off, and suddenly the hotel stops feeling like a place. It feels like a structure, a mechanism, waiting for input, and you are inside it. This is why films keep returning to this idea: The Shining, The Truman Show, The Matrix, Vivarium. All different versions of the same question. What if the space is not neutral? What if it is constructed? And hotels sit right on that edge. Believable enough to ignore, strange enough to question. But the deeper layer is worse, because hotels don't just reflect space, they reflect transition itself. You are always between things in a hotel, between arrival and departure, between sleep and wake, between one version of yourself and another. And that's why it feels unreal, because nothing is stable long enough to anchor you, not even you. And maybe that's what liminal space really is. Not a place, but a pause, a structural gap in reality, where nothing is fully formed yet, or already dissolving. So if you find yourself alone in a hotel corridor, late at night, no sound, no movement, just repetition stretching ahead of you, don't rush past it, because what you're feeling isn't imagination, it's recognition, a system designed to disappear into itself, a place built only for passing through, never for staying. And for a moment, you are part of that system too, just another temporary presence, moving through a space that will never remember you and never needed to.